But Black women, you have to understand, in some respects, he is right. You are going to die alone if you continue to subject yourself to this sort of abuse. And that's what it was, verbal abuse. This is Dee, and this is the Come Up Straight Up. Welcome back to my channel, and if you are new to this channel, welcome. Well guys, I am back with a new video, and you know what it is. This is a video about my thoughts on the whole Kevin Samuels comments to this woman that she is average looking and that she will die alone. This is a story that I personally knew nothing about until I had my live just this past Thursday. And FYI, I have my Girl Talk Live every Thursday at 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. Be sure to tune in. Now, before we get into all of this, you guys, please do not forget to subscribe to this channel. Subscribe to this channel, you guys, because the Kevin Samuels situation is exactly why a channel like this is desperately needed, particularly for Black women of a certain age. Subscribe, you guys, and turn on those notifications so you are aware whenever I upload a great new video just like this one. So let's get right into it. All right, so as many of you are aware, there is a so-called dating coach. His name is Kevin Samuels, a man I had never heard of prior to this incident, not even prior to the incident, prior to the women on my live telling me about this video. And to summarize it, there was a woman on his show, 35 years old, Black woman, and she came to him for advice. She said that she is a woman who is a business owner. She makes 6 figures, and she is looking for a man at her level. She wants a high value man, and he subsequently unleashed on her, told her that she's very average looking, and as such, she was not going to get a high value man. She basically did not qualify for a high value man. So high value, high quality man. So she had to basically to settle for what she could get. And if she wasn't willing to do so, he told her basically she was going to die alone. Now, you guys, when I saw this, I was on my live and I did a share screen, and I went to take a look at this YouTube video during my Girl Talk. And you guys, I was absolutely appalled by this man and how cruel he was, and him framing his cruelty in the sort of guise of the truth. But after I got off that Girl Talk Live, I actually went back and I watched the video in its entirety. I actually pity this woman. I pity this woman for thinking so little of herself that she would put herself in the position to be crucified as she was. And in the end, he cursed her out. He cursed her out. This man treated her like trash. This woman said that she watches his show on a regular basis. Now, I went back, like I said, I'd never heard of this man before, and I went back and looked at a few of his videos, and his content is geared towards basically advice for Black women. And in looking at his videos, you guys, I didn't see this man have a kind word for any of them. And yet, these women are tuning into his show. They are viewing his channel and supporting him. Of course, you have Black men who relished in this man's venom toward this woman. These are the lowest of the low. High value men are not in the comments of these types of videos. It's like they just don't get it. High value men, high quality men are not in my comments, leaving this venom and bitching and moaning about women. They are not high quality men, are not in these comments. They just aren't. He asked her to rate herself on a scale of 1 to 10. He told her she couldn't use 7, which, how dare you? How dare you tell someone, how they should rate themselves? She rated herself as a 5 when she woke up in the morning, and then a 6 when she, put on her makeup and got all dolled up. She said her body was a 3 because she's 5'5", and she weighed, she was a size 3. But none of that mattered to him. And one of the things I found most disturbing, beyond the fact that she subjected herself to this, was this woman is a business owner who makes 6 figures. And yet he treated her as if she had said she was a single mother with 3 kids under 5, living in Section 8 housing and getting linked every month. Now, I'm not saying that to disparage people who get linked or live in Section 8 housing. I'm saying that this man, had that been her living situation, he would have destroyed her. He would have absolutely, he would have unleashed such venom. But this woman is, for a black woman, the exception, unfortunately, these days. She really is the exception. Yet he treated her like the rule. If you think about it, most men and women, be it black, white, whether you are a professional or you a baby daddy or baby mama, by the age of 35, most people in this country have children, right? That is the standard, that is the norm. I'm a woman who chose not to have children, but for the most part, people at the age of 35, most of them, or I would say, the vast majority of people at that age have children. So for him to look down on her for having 1 child was, again, it was the baby mama part. That is why he was so savage to her. Because had she said she was divorced, it would have been a totally different situation. And yeah, he might have said similar things to her, but I don't think he would have been nearly as harsh. And this is what I tell you women about, being baby mamas and spreading your legs for men who do not marry you and having children by men who do not marry you. And in that, I cannot fault him, because I feel like that as well. But what is a high value, high quality man? As I have said in my previous video, and I will link it below, blue collars work harder. I think the misconception is a high value, high quality man is an investment banker, or Bill Gates or something like that. And that's just not the case. I've made mention of a book called The Millionaire Next Door, where the vast majority of moneyed people in this country are teachers or farmers. Those are the people that a woman like that, many women should be looking for or trying to attract. And I'm not saying that realistically her options are the same as some 22-year-old quote-unquote baddie. But for him to make it seem as if she was basically washed up and she had to settle for some dusty, basically sitting on her couch, smoking weed, playing video games, was beyond offensive. This man is a misogynist who, in essence, hates black women. Period, point blank. And the problem with this woman and many black women like her, I can guarantee you that this woman only dates black men. I guarantee you. And that is the issue with so many black women. This woman, if she is smart, will start dating interracially. She will expand her dating pool. She has to. Because the man she is looking for, a man who will treat her with respect, a man who has her level of income or more, a man who is high value, who is high quality, in all likelihood, is not a black man. Period, point blank. And the irony in all of this is the black men who went in on her, who were enjoying the degradation of this woman, cutting her down, calling her ugly, saying how dare she even want a man at her financial level. If a year from now there was a follow-up with her and she was married or engaged to a white man who had what she had or more, these same men would be dogging her out. All of these men are consistent and persistent in telling her she's not worth two dead flies. But if she got with someone, a man of another race, who valued her, who wanted her, who saw her as beautiful, they would go in on her. I don't want you, but I don't want anybody else to have you either. God forbid you be happy. God forbid you find someone who loves you and wants to be with you and sees you as worthy and valuable. But black women, you have to understand, in some respects, he is right. You are going to die alone if you continue to subject yourself to this sort of abuse. And that's what it was, verbal abuse. Why would you, if you watch that show, why? Why would a black woman who is looking to be uplifted, looking for positive advice, watch that show? Think about it. This is a channel whose purpose is to uplift women, to empower women, right? When you come to this channel, you know what you are going to get, what content you're going to get. Conversely, when you go to Kevin Samuel's channel, you know what content you are going to get. As a black woman, you are not going to receive positive feedback. You are going to be persecuted for whatever choices you made in the past that perhaps were not the best. You are not going to be given options of perhaps dating older, a man who's older than you, a man of another race. She has to stop, and black women have to stop seeking this sort of abuse. This is why 9 out of 10 black children are born to single mothers. This is why black women are the pick-me-sha, black women are the come-up women. This is why black women who marry black men on the come-up get left behind, and they trade, when they trade up. You guys think about it. You look at somebody like Bill Gates, Mark Zuckerberg, even Barack Obama. They are not married to beautiful women. Now, they are married to women at her level. They really are. Now, you can say, oh, they met all their respective wives in college, and that's cool. I believe all of them did. However, because you meet someone in college does not mean you have to keep them. Obama didn't have to stay with Michelle, Mark Zuckerberg, once they got their billions of dollars, or, in Barack's case, became president and he was upwardly mobile, they could have, quote unquote, traded up to physically more attractive women. So to say that because she is, quote unquote, average looking, that is the end all be all for her ability to find a high value, high quality man, you know, a man on her level. She didn't say she wanted a millionaire or a billionaire. She just wanted a man to match what she had. And because she was quote unquote average looking, she was told that she wasn't worthy of that. And that's just not true. That's just not true. And another thing that he said that tripped me out was at the end, he was going in on her for her makeup. He was saying, well, how do you look without makeup? And she said, well, she said, I look the same. And he was like, you can't look the same or else you wouldn't need it. Now, I mean, are you kidding me? Now, when you look at these Instagram models or the women that are married to successful men, the beautiful women, the women he talks about that are most desirable, the women that he says a high value, high quality man would naturally want, look at them. Now, are any one of them walking around natural? Of course not. Nobody's walking around here with a natural face and natural hair. Honey, the wash and go girl hasn't been around since the 70s. So why is he holding against her what is these days the standards? Every woman enhances her beauty. So why is he downing her and telling her, well, if you look so good, you wouldn't need it. Baby, does Kim Kardashian need it? Does the Kylie Jenners need it? How do they look under all that makeup? No one holds that against them. So for him to say that was just ignorant. It does not make sense. And if anything, she should have worn, I'm gonna say more makeup, but better makeup. And I have to say this. She was sitting all there with her face all greasy and oily. And to me, she could have done a much better job with her makeup. Let's be honest. You go on a show like that, you have to bring it. For her to sit there with an oily skin, looking at her cell phone, it gave a certain impression. You got to call it what it is. She came to him. He did not come to her. So many women in those comments were co-signing him. And the women in those comments, again, it's misery loves company. These are average or below average looking women who don't have pot nor window, who've been, who have settled for low value men who are raising children by themselves. And it's like, I don't have a high quality, high value man. I don't make 6 figures. I've got 3 kids under the age of 5 by 2 different men. Why should you be happy? Why should you, how dare you want what I do not have? You guys, can you imagine a white woman sitting there and subjecting herself to that? Not only would she never sit there and subject herself to that, she would never, ever be put in that position. I challenge you to go to YouTube and find one channel where men of another race routinely trash their women. You can't. It is only the black man who relish trashing black women. As you can see, I went and I put on this necklace. This is a necklace that I wear, pretty much on a daily basis. This is an award necklace. This is a prize necklace that I will be selling on my website, which will be launching in the next week. And this is a necklace that reminds me that I am a prize, and not that I need to be reminded because I know who I am. This is what we need. It is so disturbing that black women seek out this message of negativity, that black women would subscribe to this man's channel, that black women would not have any compassion for this black woman who is being told that she is nothing, that she is going to die alone. She wasn't asking for a billionaire or a millionaire. She just wants a man that basically she does not have to support. Black women, even if they have a man in the household, chances are the Black woman is the primary breadwinner. This woman can have the man she desires. She can have the life she desires. She just has to make some adjustments. Again, I will be selling this necklace. It will be on sale within the next week. You know, we have to do something to counteract the negativity that is constantly coming our way, either on YouTube or on Twitter. No matter what a Black woman does, particularly if she wants to better herself, it is met with degradation and resistance by Black men. It's sad. But you know what, Black women? Your life is your responsibility. Your life is your responsibility. You can continue to beat your head against a brick wall, or you can make moves to better your life, expand your dating pools, and get the man that you deserve. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, thumbs it up, you guys. Thumbs it up, and please comment below. I always love to read comments, and I will enjoy reading comments, particularly in regards to this subject. Thank you, girls, for bringing it to my attention. And you guys, please do not forget to join me for Girl Talk Live every Thursday. Next Thursday, I believe it's either the 17th or the 18th will be my last Girl Talk Live. I think it's the 17th. Will be my December 17th, 2020 will be my last Girl Talk Live for 2020. So please, you guys, join in. We have such a good time there. And yeah, I think you guys will enjoy it. So till next time, mwah.